Greetings everybody, Nick DiVirgilio here, and today's video is on the Roland V-Drums TD-07DMK electronic drum kit. Let's go. In all seriousness, whether you are a beginner drummer, you've never held sticks before, or you've been playing a little while, maybe a few years, or you're all the way up to a seasoned pro like me, you're going to have a lot of fun playing this TD-07 drum kit. It's got a lot of great high-end features. It's really easy to use, plug and play, and above and beyond all of that stuff, it's super fun. Before I get into this great brain and play some more sounds for you, let me tell you what you get out of the box with the TD-07. Let's start with the PDX-8. It's a 10-inch dual-zone snare pad. Dual zone, you get a sound on the rim and a sound on the pad itself. Then 3 PDX-6 tom pads, the KD2 kick drum pad, and what's cool about this kick drum pad, it feels really good, it's easily playable, but it's also wide enough to hold a double pedal. You don't have to adjust the pad or do any weird things to get it to fit a double pedal. I have the Roland double pedal here, but you can use any double pedal or single pedal you like. You do have to supply your own kick drum pedal with this drum kit. And lastly, you get 3 CY5 cymbal pads, one for the crash and one for the ride, and one for the hi-hat that's coupled with this great hi-hat pedal. And with a kit at this price point, it's got to be one of the smoothest hi-hat pedal and cymbal combinations that's out there. It's so easy to feather this hi-hat pedal. Check this out. To me, that's a really big deal because it plays more like a real acoustic hi-hat. It's nice and smooth, it's not hard to do, and the sound sustains like it's supposed to. It closes when it's supposed to. Nice touch. You get a very sturdy 4-post rack, steel bars all the way around. It doesn't move hardly at all, even when you're playing hard. It's very easy to put together. The clamps hold really hard, okay? The pads aren't gonna move and slip to the left or fall down. Once you tighten them up, they're gonna hold your drums there forever. One thing I want to mention about the TD-07 series of drums from Roland. There's a number of kits. This is the most affordable kit in the line. Now, every TD-07 comes with the same module, the same rack. It's just the pads get a little bit bigger, a little bit more high-end as far as that goes. But in general, everything is exactly the same. Here we go. This is kit number 1, live acoustic. Okay, in just a second, we're going to get into the details about the brain, but I want to point something out, how realistic some of these sounds and the playability really is with this kit. I have kit number 18, Resonance, up here. It's just a preset kit. And listen to the difference between the ghost notes I'm playing in my left hand and the accents. There's a big difference there. So if you're a more advanced player where you're playing a lot of that in-between stuff, and you're trying to get some finesse in your playing, you can really practice those chops and those things with this kit quite easily. I find that really cool. Okay, let me quickly take you through some of the highlights of the TD-07 Brain. Again, it's super easy to use. Really, in its simplest form, you can just plug in your headphones or plug it into some speakers like I have here, and play without touching anything and have a great time. The Brain comes with 143 sounds. It has 25 preset kits and 25 spaces for user customized kits. You could take the preset kits, tweak them up to your heart's content, and put them in a user spot, or you can start from scratch and build your own kits. To get around the different drum kits, you can use the arrows back and forth like that, or the jog wheel. They both do the same thing. On the right side of the Brain, there's 3 buttons. A coaching button, the metronome button is the one in the center, and then where you customize your kits, it's this button on the right. The first word you see is instrument. That'll follow whatever pad you hit. Just hit the button Enter. That's my kick drum sound. It's Birch K. Hit the snare. That's the snare drum sound. It follows any pad you hit. We'll start with the snare drum. To change the sound, just use your jog wheel. It'll go through any sound that's in the Brain. Just to the right of the instrument, there's an arrow pointing to the right. It correlates to the arrow on the machine itself. Hit that arrow. Now you can start changing the sound. We'll leave the level where it is. The level is the volume of the sound. Hit the arrow again. You can pan the sound to the center, to the right, or the left. That's really good for when you start putting your toms in. You can have them going from left to right or right to left, however you want them to go. Keep hitting the arrow. Now we're at tuning. This is where it starts to get fun. It's right in the center. Big fat snare drum sound, nice and low tuned. Or you can crank it up high. Put it wherever you want. How about at 38? Sounds good to me. Hit the arrow again. Muffling. This is a cool feature because on an acoustic drum, if you want to take away some of the resonance or the ring of a snare drum, say, you can put a little piece of moon gel or a donut, which is like a piece of a drum head. Not a real donut, not the kind of donut you eat. Huh? Or you could put a piece of tape, maybe your wallet, all kinds of stuff like that to muffle the sound of the drum. Well, you get those features in the TD-07. Just turn the jog wheel and you can hear the sound change. The higher the number, the more muffling you get. So now it's pretty dead, right? Off. Hearing the drum ring. We'll keep it dead just for this demonstration. You can also change the sound of the drum by changing the different head. They give you different head options here. So it's a coated head right now. Now a pinstripe to a clear. If it's a clear head, you get a little more snap and attack. The coated head is a little more mellow sounding. So basically, you just go through those steps on each of the drums and you can totally customize all of the kits if you want. Super easy and really fun to do. Then, one other cool thing to point out. There's a big button with a drum kit right down here on the bottom left. If you're ever deep diving in the menus and you get lost, you don't know how to get back out, something's just not going right, you can hit that button and go right back to the kits. There's lots of fun coaching features in the TD-07 where you can practice your playing, your timing, a very easy to use metronome. Playing to a click and practicing your time is super important for any drummer, of course. The few buttons on the top of the machine right here, you have Bluetooth. Right next to the Bluetooth button, that's your system button where you get in to do all of the deep diving things where you change up the pads, your MIDI functions, system setup, the version, that kind of stuff, and the factory reset are in the settings button right there. Your power button's right there. Again, the volume buttons are right here next to the jog wheel. You see a little speaker icon. The outputs in the back of the machine are really simple, so you don't have to worry about too much here. There's an 1/8" output on the back of the machine here. You can plug your headphones directly in there, or I have it going out into my interface, which is going into the speakers. So it doubles as an output or your headphones, both things. There is a mix-in jack, so you can plug in something with an 1/8" jack, like your phone or anything like that, to play music through the machine so you can jam on that way. And then a USB jack, and I will talk about that in just a second as well. I mentioned the Bluetooth button. What's super cool about this machine is that you can pair your phone to the machine and play along to anything you want. Put a song up on Spotify, jam along. Or what's even cooler, say you're on YouTube taking a lesson or watching a lesson video. You can play back to what you're watching, what the teacher is teaching, and play your drums in real time with the audio going directly into the machine and hearing the drums at the same time. Super cool. So just hit the Bluetooth button, hit the enter button, which is right here. On my iPhone here, I hit TD-07. Just like that, it's paired. It took no time at all. Hit the exit button to get back out. On my phone, I have this very cool app called Moises, which takes different songs and takes out the vocals or the drums. And I just wanted to show you a really quick thing here. I have a song from my band, Big Big Train. I'm just going to play along to it just for a quick second to show you how easy it is to do this. What a great feature. So you can really get all kinds of practice time in, playing along to your favorite band songs, going on YouTube and getting some great education. That is indeed a very cool and easy to use feature. The last thing I want to show you about the TD-07 in this video today is the USB to MIDI feature. I showed you the USB connection right here. I have the cable going into my interface. What's so cool about this is a couple of things. You can connect to your favorite DAW, send MIDI data or a stereo track of your TD-07 kit to a recording. So you can record songs, play your parts in. Also what you can do is connect to other third-party plugins that have other drum sounds. I have the TD-07 connected to Superior Drummer. And just like that, let me mute the TD-07 audio, unmute the Superior Drummer audio. I have opened the Legacy of Rock Superior Drummer drum pack. Now, all of a sudden, very easily, I'm playing a John Bonham style drum kit recorded by Eddie Kramer. Check this out. Now that's pretty awesome. Great sounds in the TD-07, the ability to connect to other plugins like Superior Drummer or Easy Drummer, whatever you have, and get a ton of other sounds. So your sound options are really endless and easy to get to with the TD-07 brain. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, a quick run through of the TD-07DMK electronic drum kit from Roland. Super cool drums, very easy to play, easy on the hands. Great sounds out of the TD-07 module. You can even expand this kit. They give you one other cable. You can add an extra crash cymbal if you want to. And again, whether you're a beginning drummer or a more advanced drummer, you're going to get a lot out of this drum kit. If you want any more information about this Roland product or any other Roland product, just contact your Sweetwater sales engineer. And thanks so much for hanging out with me today. See you later.